Okay, so this would be an easy one. Let's just quickly go into this trade now. So I'll just use 0.5 and just go into the first, second, and let's say third trade, and let's just add one more. Okay, 4 trades. Okay, let's just add one more. So we just know that we are having about 5 trades, just exactly 5 trades here. Now let's drop this trade in a private channel so that everyone there can actually just quickly stop into this trade first. Okay, now let me quickly show you exactly how we stop into this trade now. Very, very easy. Now all we just did was this. This is a very easy one, very straight to the point. Within 5 minutes, you should understand every single thing that I'm talking about now. So all we are having is this. We're having that the chart was dropping towards this range just like this. Now a nice downtrend, right? Just a sub trend, what to call a sub trend, just dropping down like that. But aside that, we're actually having that gold has been on a major uptrend, right? It has been pushing up, and then it gave a minor, which you call a sub trend at about the spot, and then that was dropping down. Now if we notice, the last movement was this, and all of this movement, we caught all of these. Everything is actually in a private channel and also in a free channel. Now this happened. Now we notice a sudden rejection at about the zone, and then that created an evening star, right? You can see that, right? Now because of that evening star, what we had was that the chart started dropping down like this. Good. Now what can we see now? What we can see is actually very easy. Number one, we can see that the chart was dropping down, but not indefinitely, because it created a rejection here. And then what was the cause of this rejection? Let's highlight this and keep going. What do you notice? A build-up occurred just around this range, right? And aside from the build-up that occurred, we actually had a rejection here also, right? Meaning we're having a rejection at the spot, and then we're also having a build-up at that exact spot. So we're having a build-up and a rejection occurring at the same time. This becoming the build-up and this becoming the rejection candlestick, right? Good. Meaning that this zone itself is a very strong one, right? But then what if something happened and it crossed below this? There's another build-up here, right? We should sustain this chart and still make it push up, right? There's another one here. And if this, maybe something happens and then it breaks below this, then there's a third level of build-up that is available, which is actually this. All we just simply waited for was very simple. We just waited for it to keep dropping down, dropping down, and suddenly it hit a level of build-up just around this range, right? It just hit a level of build-up around this range after dropping down through to this level. I know you'll be like, so why the delay? Why did you have to delay to before we stop into this trade here? It's actually easy. The reason is because even though a rejection occurred at this range, it's also still possible for it to keep dropping down. Because look at it, guys. We're having a level at about this region, our first level of build up. It's also possible to get to the second level, and it's also possible to get to the third level. So to actually prevent all of those factors and the rest, all we simply just did was simple. We just had to wait for it to push up, which is now our B of B, right? The breakout of our breakout. So it pushed up towards this range. This was the mini resistance level at about the spot. It pushed above this, and then it came towards this other region again to break above it. And after that, we easily just stopped into the trade. Now on a closer look, you can easily see this broke above this, right? A mini resistance about the spot after getting a major rejection candlestick here, broke above this. After that, we had to wait a little bit again for it to hit our other resistance. Now it had already broken our resistance, at least on our lower time frames and the rest, right? It had already broken our resistance, so it just gave a normal rejection candlestick back to the bottom towards this particular level. So even though on a 15 minutes time frame it's not showing that it has perfectly broken, but then on a 5 minutes time frame and it has actually broken out already. So all we just simply did was to just stomp into this trade so that we can get a sniper entry, because sniper entries, there is actually a combination of both a higher time frame and also a lower time frame, right? So that we can prevent as much retracement as possible. So in tracking that out, we can easily stomp into this trade from this region. Those on our private channel, they are already in this trade, and after a few minutes, after moving some major amount of profit, we can also just share this in a free channel so that every single person there can actually cash out also. So guys, for the meantime, all we just simply need to do now is to just wait and see how this chart actually goes. But then just before that, let me just quickly show you our possible levels of take profit. Now our first level can be just around this range. This can be our first level, and then this can be our second level, right? And then we'll be aiming just around this spot as a third level of take profit. Now immediately after these levels are hit, what do we do next? Do we run out of the trades? No, we keep locking in our profit, things like that, right? Because this is just the beginning. After that, we can keep locking in our profit, just keep locking in our profit. And then for our stop loss, we can just aim just around the spot as our stop loss, because this was where this was where a new candlestick was created at about this region. And then you can see it drop down just a little bit before it took off above this range. So if it hits our region at about this spot, we're out of the trade. Okay guys, so we'll just wait now for the next few minutes. Currently we're running over $600 already. Meanwhile, I'm using a standard leverage of 1 to 500, and then I'm also the broker that I'm using now to trade. The link is already in the description box there, so you can easily just follow the link if you want to trade using this broker also. So guys, we'll just wait for the next few minutes or the next few hours and actually see how this particular chart actually goes. Okay guys, so this is exactly what you're having currently. Yeah, so it's kind of like getting late over here. It's kind of like not getting late, it's kind of like late, not very late, but yeah, so I couldn't really come back to the trading station to continue with this, unfortunately. Very sorry about that, but I made sure to keep everyone updated, both on our private channel and also on our free channel, right? Because all our take profits, they were basically hit just around the zone. Let me just try zooming that a bit. Okay, so all our take profits were basically hit just at about the zone or so. I think that was how we adjusted our take profit and SL levels like that in real life. So we actually just worked around things like this. So all our take profit, they were hit just at about this range, after which we noticed some fluctuations and the rest, but then we always have some trades that are always open because we keep locking in our profit. We don't waste pips over here, right, to make sure that we maximize right, because top take profit or hitting all take profit is not the end for us, right? We keep locking in our profit, and so I dropped that also in a private channel and also in a free channel. By the way, this trade was actually dropped in a free channel made after our first take profit was hit, to make sure that every single person can maximize on this trade, to make sure that every single person can actually cash out. And if you check out the stop now, we're running just about 4.5k, around 4.5k. That's what we're running currently, just at about this spot here. You can easily see that, just about 4.5k. So all we're waiting for now is for this chart to just push again. That's what we're expecting a massive push, at least towards this region at first, right? At least towards this region. That means we might have to hold this trade till the next day, right? So we might have to hold this trade till the next day. By the way, if you're actually in this trade with us, you might be watching this video maybe when the trade is done. Of course, it's understandable, but anytime you're watching this trade, if you actually stump into this trade with us, just remember to drop your comments in the comment section down below there. Anytime that you see this video, just remember to drop your comments in the comment section down below. You can also drop the amounts that you actually cashed out from this trade, so that others can actually be motivated also to stock into trades like this. Okay, so I just decided to record this trade today, just as we're storming into the trade, right? Because as we're storming into the trade, that was when I started recording up this video, and I couldn't really keep up throughout the day, of course, but I'm here now, and we can actually see the trade. So it's kind of like late over here, so we might just have to continue tomorrow again and actually just see how the chart actually goes from. All right, okay guys, so this is exactly what you're having for today. This is actually looking very smooth. So currently we are running just over 7.5k. That's what we're running currently, and that's actually very smooth. And I think you might be thinking, Mr. P, will you stock into some more trades? No, I'm not adding some more trades right now. Even though we're using just a leverage of 1 to 500 today, not in 1 to 2000 like we usually do, 1 to unlimited. We're just using a standard leverage of 1 to 500 that everyone uses most of the time, right? And it's actually still pushing smoothly, right? So we are using about 0.5 of about 5 trades that we stocked in on this particular stop. Meanwhile, every single person, they're actually seeing massive profit. I stated it clearly there that every single person should keep locking in profit smoothly, just like that. Just before we go on, remember that the registration for our mentorship course 100 is currently on. We'll be teaching one-on-one live through Zoom, and the registration is open to 100 slots only. That's only 100 traders, and the mission there is to gain some advanced mastery of the charts. That's starting from complete beginner until we get to a complete professional level trading. When you register, you also gain access to our private live trading sessions, just like what you are watching currently. Also even gain a 12 months access to our private channel, and also to our best trading robot and best trading indicator on the website. And to register, you can simply just scan the QR code there, or you can check in the description box. The link to register is actually down there. Or why are we still locking in profit on this trade? Why can't we just run out with $7,000 already? The reason is simple. Number one, if you map out just your basic trend line, you should notice that it's still following a trend line, right? Which is actually good, right? Now, even though something happens and then somehow it blows a trend line, then we'll also have a build-up level just around the spot. And then it's actually a doubled one, because there is this, and then there's also still this, right? Even though this is not a build-up, but then this is a major rejection that happened towards this range, right? Meaning that anyhow, this is actually a strong level already. So even if it breaks below a trend line, which we are actually expecting to happen. This stuff should just keep pushing up for the meantime. Even if it breaks below it, then we're expecting it to come towards this range here. And so from here, we can either stock in some more trades, which I don't think we want to do. We can easily just leave the trade. We're already running over $7,000. There's no need risking a lot, right? We can easily just chill and just watch out for the chart to just keep moving. So that we'll just be back within the next few hours and actually just see how this particular trade actually goes. All right. Okay, guys. So this is exactly what you're having currently, right? This is exactly what you're having. Now, if you check out this chart, you should notice that it's looking very smooth. Now, look at the very first thing. Now, the very first stuff that happened is this. Now, guys, remember, as I'm talking now, every single person on a private channel, they're still locking in on this trade, and every single person on a free channel, they're actually locking in this trade. So all we are just doing now is to just record the entire process, how the trades are actually just going, right? So remember, guys, if you actually stump into this trade, as if you're in this trade with us, whenever you see this video, just remember to identify yourself in the comment section so that you can actually motivate others to actually cash out from the market also, right? So if we check out our trade now, what happened here was actually easy. Just as we calculated somehow, this stuff broke below, right? It broke below, and then it just went back down to a second level at about this region, even though I wasn't expecting it to break below this. Now, the fact that it broke below this and the fact that the day is actually closing today, it means that tomorrow we might have to leave this trade, because most of our trades like this, we hold them for like 3 days, 2 days straight or something like that, things like that. So from what we can see, this is already a sign, right? Just naturally drop below the spot, and now it's still pushing it up towards that level. So that's just a sign that we might have to leave this trade tomorrow. The trade might actually force us to leave this trade. Right, the chart might actually force us to leave this trade. Now, if you check out this stuff now, where exactly can you see this chart is playing around? Look at it. Remember this level before, right? It's playing around this level, right? Because this is actually a crazy resistance level. So we might expect a lot of fluctuations around this spot. That might happen later at night, of course. You can even map out a trend line from our rejection levels that are happening just around the spot like this. You can even map out a trend line here, right? So all we're just expecting is for this stuff to just break above this level. Okay, we're having a resistance level here, right? So having a resistance level here, and then it created a support also. So having a standard support and resistance here. So the fact that it broke above this, meaning that we might also experience a retest around this spot. After the retest, then we should expect it to just keep pushing up like this. Might it drop below? If it drops below again, then we have the second level here, which is a level of build up here that should actually sustain it also. So even though it breaks below these, just like it did before, we should actually expect this level to actually hold it again, right? So if it breaks below this again now, then that becomes a different situation. We don't expect our two levels to just be broken easy like that. It's not how the chart works. So we'll just wait for it to just hit a level here, pushes up, or drops below, and then hits a build up level around the spot, and also still just pushes up. So we'll just wait, guys, and actually just see how it's per class of actually goes. I guess all this movement I'm talking about will now have to be tomorrow. I guess will not have to be tomorrow. So but for now, I'm notifying every single person on our private channel and also on our free channel to keep locking in on this trade. Now meanwhile, just as I'm talking to you, we also stumped into our US 100. I forgot to tell you that we also stumped into our US 100. So I just decided that, okay, this time around, let's just record the trade for XAUSD so that you are not confused. Aside that, we're actually stumping into our US 100 also, and we basically stumped into the trade at the same time, right? So those are on private and free channel. They actually understand what I'm talking about very well.
One eternity later.
Boom. All right. Okay, guys. So this is exactly what you're having currently. Now, if you check out this chart now, you should actually notice that it's just been pushing up really smoothly like that. But then, unfortunately, we might have to leave this trade today. From what I can see, I already started predicting that coming from when we had this breakout from this zone at first. So let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. So we had a nice breakout about this spot before, and then went to hit a build up level just around this range, right? Now, after that, what we noticed was it actually just kept playing around this range or so, just kept playing around. You can easily just see that, right? It just kept playing around, and then it gave the second one again, dropped around the spot again. So if you map this out, this is what we're having, right? If you map this out, this is what you're having. Now, but then it's not just that. It's not just that. Now, the main thing now that why we have to leave this trade now is this. Now, any person can even see this and just know what's about to happen. Look at it. Let me just show you that. Now, what do you notice? This is actually the first stuff. It hit the zone and dropped down. This was the second. It hit the zone and dropped down. This was the third touch that was supposed to, okay, maybe either drop down or maybe just make the stuff push up, right? But then it actually still played around. It still couldn't cross here, right? It couldn't cross here. And now we're having this, which we're not sure where it's going to go. Possibly still can't cross the zone, right? And so it's actually still kind of like early today, but from what I can see, this chart might not be able to cross this resistance, and because of that, it can easily break this support level at about the spot. And then if it breaks this region, you already know what's happening. It's coming straight to the spot, and then from that same movement that might happen if this zone can't hold it, because it's been buying and buying and buying, so it has to sell at a point, right? Now if it breaks below the spot and this can hold it, that means that drop will be really bad, right? It will have to drop down towards the zone. So all these are just calculations and just estimates and things like that. So to just be safer, I'll just tell everyone to leave the trade, right? To just be safer, I'll just tell everyone to leave the trade, and we also zoom off the trade. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. Let me just quickly notify everyone to just zoom off this trade as fast as possible. I'm actually also telling everyone to shut down their trades for US 100, because we are trading both US 100 and XAUSD simultaneously. It just, we decided to just record that of the XAUSD live, so that we are not over distracted trying to record two charts at the same time. Okay, so this is exactly what you're having currently. So I already notified everyone to shut down their trades. So all we can simply do now is to just do the exact same thing to shut down our trades also. If we check this out now, this was exactly where we stomped into our trade here. We stomped into our trade at about this region, and then where we're supposed to add in more trades should that be this region or so. Remember, this is a region where it dropped down towards a level build up here. Boom. All right. Okay, guys. So if there's anything you don't understand on our trades here, feel free to watch this video over and over again until you actually understand exactly how this stuff actually works. Meanwhile, the entire movement that you just watched in this trade was first dropped in a private channel, and after hitting a first take profit and moving a little, we actually dropped it also on a free channel, so that every single person can actually cash out from this trade. So if you stopped into this trade with us both on a private channel or also on a free channel, don't forget to actually drop your comments in the comment section down below there, so that everyone can actually recognize it. Also, if you want to register for our Mentorship Course 100 program, which has just 100 slots available, you can simply just scan the QR code right there now. You can check in the description box. The link to register is actually down there. Lastly, immediately as this very video you're watching now hit 1,000 likes, I'll be coming back to this video, running through the comment section, and I'll be selecting 3 random traders that will be funding $3,000 each, just like that. So that if you're new to this channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that will be dropping out from this place. So that just as podcast actually goes, guys. It's a bye from me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.